Hey, Fiona, what the heck is your problem, huh? Why the heck were you out walking with our professor? What business do you have talking with him, huh? Who do you think you are? Professor? Tia, I'm sorry, but I have no idea who you're talking about. I am talking about Professor Gray. I saw you two go all the way to your house and he walked you in, so what was up with that? Hold on a second, I didn't know that you knew Jonathan. He's actually my fiancé, but where did you two meet? Hold on a second, you're telling me that the two of you are going to be getting married? Yeah, of course, but as you know, I still live with my parents, so the last time he came over was to meet them for the first time. I had no idea that you and John actually already knew each other though, but I guess you do because you already knew he's a professor. You've got to be kidding me. I really just can't believe what I'm hearing. You're telling me Professor Gray is really going to be getting married? And to you, of all people? Hey, come on, what kind of way is that to talk about me getting married? I bet you're pretty shocked though, huh? I mean, we've known each other for so long, but you know, you haven't even said congratulations once to me about this. Oh, give me a break. You really think that I would ever congratulate you for this? There is no way that I can believe what you're trying to tell me. And the reason for that is because I'm going to be the one to marry Jonathan, not you. So let me have him. I will make him mine. Wait, what? What are you talking about? I am talking about Professor Gray. He should be engaged to me, not you. So hand him over. Why would he even want to marry someone like you in the first place? This doesn't make any sense to me. How could you do this? I'm sorry, Tia, but I really have no idea what you're talking about at all right now. Are you actually saying that you and John are engaged? I don't have to give you my life story. You just need to hand him over to me. I refuse to let you get away with marrying him. I have always loved Professor Gray, and I'm the only woman good enough to be his wife. Got it? So just get away from him and give him to me. Jonathan, you have got some serious explaining to do. I am serious. What the heck is going on here?
Whoa, Fiona, what's going on? Is everything okay? Is this about something that happened when I was at your place today? Is everything okay?
That is not what I'm talking about, and you should know that. My parents were over the moon to meet you. But the thing is that I just got some very upsetting messages from an old friend of mine.
You got some upsetting messages? Were they about me? Which friend is it? What are you talking about?
It's a friend I've known since we went to school together. Her name is Tia, and I think that you might know her. In fact, she was telling me how you were her fiancé, not mine.
Wait, what? Someone actually said that to you? Is she being serious?
I don't know. I mean, she knew who you were, so I'm just confused and want to know what's going on here. How do you two know each other? What is this all about?
Fiona, I'm really sorry, but I'm pretty confused here. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. I do know a girl named Tia, but if you're telling me that she's been your friend this whole time, that's pretty surprising to me.
Well, you should know that she kept calling you Professor Gray and not by your name. So did you ever have a student named Tia or something like that? I know she was taking college classes as early as when we were back in high school.
Oh, really? So then she might have actually been at the college for longer than I expected.
Yeah, we were together through high school, but then we ended up going to different places for college. But anyways, she was always pretty sharp, and the school had a program to send students to college class if they were advanced enough.
I see. Well, okay, so we'd be thinking of a student I might have had back when you were just finishing high school. I don't know. I was teaching a lot of classes back then to be able to make ends meet. I just really am not sure I'd be able to remember a specific one.
But Tia was saying that you and her were engaged. Surely you should be able to narrow it down from that, right? I mean, did you ever go out with a former student or something like that?
Of course not. You know that I'd never ever do that. I'm not that kind of person at all. I might have gotten chocolate from some students on Valentine's Day or something like that, but you know the high standards that I hold myself to, and I would never do something like what you're implying.
Yeah, I didn't think that you really had it in you to do something like that. I just wanted to see how you'd react.
Well, if that was supposed to be a joke, then it wasn't very funny. teachers have a duty to help educate their students, but they shouldn't take advantage of the positions they're in to be in inappropriate relations with them.
Okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't even serious when I suggested it. It's just that it's what Tia was saying to me.
Well, okay. Next time I go into the office, I'll look through my records, see if I can't find someone with that name. But I guess I'll be going back a while.
I really am sorry to ask you to do all of that, but it would be a huge help to me if you did. I get that this is probably just nothing, but I just don't think I'm going to feel okay until I understand what's going on.
Well, don't worry. I get why you'd be worried about someone saying something like this, and if it's going to put your mind at ease, then I don't mind doing this at all. So I'll check tomorrow and let you know what I find. If I find anything at all, that is.
I knew it. I knew that Professor Gray liked me more than he liked you, and that's why we're going to be getting married. Again with this? What are you talking about this time, Tia? I'm just saying that after I talked to you, I got a message from the professor. I told him how unfair he was being marrying another girl when I like him so much. I told him all about how I've been head over heels for him ever since I met him in high school, and he told me that he felt the same, and that's why we're going to be getting married. I don't know what you're talking about, but I really think there has to be some kind of mistake here. Jonathan would never say something like that. I get why you wouldn't want to believe what I'm telling you, but I'm only being honest. Nothing is going to change the fact that Professor Gray proposed to me. I guess you must be in absolute shock right now, right? Should I call an ambulance? Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary, but I am curious why you have his number in the first place. Oh, come on, you do know that I was a former student of his, right? So of course I would have his phone number. It's not that hard to find. And so you're telling me that you and John were talking and that he proposed to you? That's right. To be honest, I reached out to him, not the other way around, but he still proposed. Yeah, somehow I really don't think that's how things went. He didn't propose to you, and you two aren't getting married. You really need to snap out of this. I guess it's hard to digest for you, but there's no point in lying to yourself. Professor Gray and I have known each other ever since I was in high school, and I know he's liked me ever since then. Why else would we be getting married? I think it was probably the other way around. I think that you liked him ever since you were in high school. But I really don't think that you've ever stopped once to think about how all of this might be making John feel. You don't know what you're talking about. Sure, it's been some time since we last saw each other, but he was my first love, and I told him as much when I was his student. He told me that he appreciated my feelings, but that it would be inappropriate for a student and teacher to be in a relationship. So don't you get it? That was his way of telling me to come and find him when I was more grown up. And now 10 years have passed, and I am finally ready to marry him. When I saw you with Professor Gray, I knew that it was fate using you to bring us closer together. You really think that fate wants you to steal my fiancé from me? Well, of course. Haven't you ever watched a romance movie? There is always some kind of messy love triangle, but the mysterious girl from the past always gets the guy. Besides, I'm only doing what Professor Gray told me to do. I'm coming back to find him now that I'm no longer his student. This is finally our chance to be together. And that's why I told you that he and I were already engaged to be married. I didn't hear you once tell me how he proposed to you. You just jumped to that conclusion all by yourself. Come on, think about it. Or maybe you're just blinded by jealousy and can't see the point I'm trying to make. What point? You haven't demonstrated or proven anything. Now, there's no need to get so upset. Of course, I can't really blame you. After all, you've already introduced him to your parents and everything. I bet you never in a million years thought that I'd be the one to steal him from you. But I'm sorry. It's like I said, I'm only doing what he told me to do. He never told you to stalk him and try to marry him in 10 years' time. You know, this really is just getting sad. I had hoped that you'd finally snap out of this and face up to reality. The fact is that we're fated to be together, and now it's finally all coming to fruition. I am so sorry to steal him from you, so close to getting married, though. Well, you should know that I'm already with John on our honeymoon right now. Wait, what? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the fact that you don't know what you're talking about in the slightest. But you've really upset me with all of these messages, and you've basically ruined this honeymoon. But, wait, you two are on a honeymoon? Doesn't that mean that you two are already married then? That's right. We got married last week, if you must know, and we just left for our honeymoon today. Hold on a second. How could this happen? What do you mean you two married last week? I mean just that. We introduced each other to our families, and then we realized there wasn't really any point in waiting any longer. So we went to the courthouse and we had our wedding officiated last week. We've both already agreed that we're not really interested in a big wedding ceremony. So instead, we've just put all that money towards our honeymoon instead. So then, you two really left to go and be on your honeymoon yesterday? And you're telling me that you're really with Professor Gray right now? Well, I wouldn't call him Professor Gray, but yes, if you must know, I am on my honeymoon with my husband, understand? We both happen to have time off this week, and there were some good deals for tickets online, so we're spending the next weeks traveling all over Europe. This can't be happening. I refuse to believe it. You've got to be lying to me. Professor Gray was supposed to marry me, not you. You two can't be on your honeymoon. That's supposed to be my honeymoon. He's supposed to be my husband. What is going on here? I've told you what's going on, but you refuse to listen to what I have to say. But he's literally sitting here next to me reading these messages, and he said that he never got any messages from you. I really think that you need to go and get some professional help if you've been making this all up this whole time. I mean, you can't even tell the difference between reality and your insane fantasies. I'm not crazy, and they aren't fantasies. Professor Gray and I were supposed to be getting married. You're the one ruining everything. He proposed to me. We were meant to be together. Why are you doing this to me? I found his number and I reached out to him. Are you telling me that I wasn't even talking to the right person?
I'm sorry, Tia, but I think the number you got for me was just a number at the university I work at. You never had my personal cell phone number to begin with.
Wait a second. Are you Professor Gray?
That's right, it's me. I believe you took some classes of mine through the Advanced Studies program at your high school.
Oh my gosh, it's been so long. We're finally getting to talk.
Yeah, I'd actually forgotten all about you, but after Fiona told me about you, I went through my old records and pulled your file. I only remembered you because you were one of the girls who gave me chocolate on Valentine's Day. And I did remember that you cornered me one day and confessed the feelings that you had for me.
So you do remember. That's right. I told you all about how much I liked you, but you told me that we'd have to wait to be together. But now I'm all grown up and ready to be with you. Even though I might have dated some people in between now and then, I want you to know that I never forgot about you. It's so great to finally hear back from you. Can you please correct Fiona about all of this? You have to tell her that you proposed to me.
Tia, please. I just told you that you didn't even have my personal phone number. You only had a work number. None of your messages were even getting to me. They were connecting to a phone in the office.
But, I mean, even if that's true, I still should have been calling you at your work, right? And you did actually propose to me, right?
Well, I've actually been promoted, so I don't even teach anymore. I work more for the administrative side of the school, so I don't even use the kind of phone that you were trying to contact me on in the first place.
But then, all the messages I was sending...
I really have no idea whose actual number you were given, but I'd imagine if you were texting with anyone, it'd be another teacher.
Hold on a second. You mean to tell me that this whole time I wasn't even actually talking to you? So then, when you said that you remembered me and you proposed to me, I thought I was talking to you, but you're telling me that I wasn't talking to you at all? Then who the heck was I talking to?
I wonder if it's the new professor who we hired recently. Now that I think about it, he is in the office I used to have. And there have been some concerning rumours about how close he's been getting to students lately. So, I guess there is a chance that he might have been pretending to be me this whole time, if he thought it would get him closer to a woman. So thank you very much for sharing all of this information with me. This should serve as enough evidence to finally get rid of him.
But Wait, what about me? You're telling me that this teacher lied to me? I was never even talking to you in the first place?
Well, that does appear to be the long and short of it. Really, so I do apologise for my staff. I'll be sure to present him with this new evidence as soon as I'm back at school from my honeymoon with Fiona. But we'll make sure that he is dealt with appropriately, and if possible, we'll seek to have him fired.
No, that's not what I wanted to hear. That isn't going to be enough. I don't want any kind of apology from you. I want you to marry me. Please, you have to. I'm begging you.
Tia, please, just stop this. We were never even talking, and I'd forgotten all about you.
Well, fine. If my message wasn't able to get to you the first time, then let me tell you again how much I love you. I loved you when I was your student, and I still love you now. Nothing has changed about those feelings that I have for you, so please don't leave me.
Tia, you seem to think that I was just waiting for you to grow up. Is that right?
Of course, that's what you told me. You told me that teachers and students shouldn't date, but I knew that you meant you just wanted me to be older. But now I am. I'm grown up, and I am ready to marry you just like you said.
Well, I guess I can see how you might have been able to misconstrue those words, but the fact of the matter is that I never had any feelings for you. I didn't want to be mean and shut you down or turn you away, but I realise now that I should have been clearer with my language. So let me take this opportunity to say that I don't like you. I have no romantic feelings for you, and I most certainly don't want to marry you. Now, I would greatly appreciate it if you could leave my wife alone and quit bothering her over what is nothing more than a miscommunication.
So you don't like me? And you don't want to marry me?
That's right. And to be honest, I don't think it's healthy for you to be so obsessed with a high school crush. Especially one that you had on your teacher. In fact, do you remember all the trouble that you gave me when you were my student?
What do you mean? What trouble did I cause you?
Well, there were a lot of rumours that ended up flying around the school about me. They were saying that I was having inappropriate relationships with the students. When I finally managed to figure out the source of them all, it all had to do with the way that you would talk about me to other students. You put me in serious hot water with the administration. I had to work hard to prove that I had nothing to do at all with what you were saying.
But I never meant to do that to you.
Well, you did. So, I hope you can realise that you made things quite difficult not only for Fiona, but for me as well. So please, before this gets any worse, can you just leave us alone and forget all about this silly crush? Anyways, we're going back to enjoying our honeymoon. Have a nice life, Tia.
After that, Tia finally left us alone in peace to enjoy the rest of our honeymoon. When John got back, he talked to the problematic professor and he confessed to messaging Tia because he thought she was cute. He was fired shortly afterwards. Then John and I went to Tia's parents' house and told them all about what Tia had been doing to us. Her parents were furious and told her never to bother us again. I heard that afterwards, Tia ended up packing all her belongings and moving far, far away. We never heard from her again.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey, Mom, listen. I'm finally going to be able to go to that college. And I was able to pass all my exams and interviews for the college of my dreams. So starting this fall, I'll be able to finally step into that college as a student. That's fantastic to hear. Did you really end up passing all your exams and interviews? I'm so happy to hear all of this from you finally, June. Congratulations. Not only are you going to be able to attend that school now, but you'll even have the chance to become a Harvard alumni. That's so amazing. You really did give it your all there, and this is the reward you're getting for it. Well, I did end up taking after Dad and became a really intelligent woman. I could really say that passing those exams to get into Harvard was a piece of cake for someone with my genes. You have that right. Ever since you began to speak, you've been just like your dad, and you were so smart. Well, now that I've heard the good news from you, we're going to have to prepare a celebration. What do you want to eat for dinner tonight? I'll give it my all to make you whatever kind of dinner you ask for. You don't have to worry about tonight. As a celebration for my passing my final year, Dad is taking me out to eat. Just the two of you? Am I not allowed to come and celebrate with the two of you? You know that you're not allowed to. I mean, all you are is a high school graduate. What? Dad ended up continuing his education doing postgraduate work and even now is working in the labs at the school. And I turned out just like him, having passed the entrance exams into Harvard. Do you really think there's room for a high school graduate between he and I? I'm sorry, but I won't be happy having someone who's never been to college celebrating my graduation. June, what are you talking about right now? I get that you feel on top of the world right now after having passed all your interviews at Harvard, but you still haven't become a student there, right? I understand that you've passed the exams and all that, but you still have to wait until you've graduated high school yourself. So at the moment, you're not even considered a high school graduate, right? Talking like you know anything is really getting on my nerves. Especially since you've never gone through any sort of education after high school. You are the number one idiot in this family, so you have no right to be talking to me like you're a distinguished person. Did you just call me an idiot? Hold your horses there, June. Did you really just say that to your own mother? Who do you think it was that allowed you to take those exams for Harvard, as well as allowed you to go study after school in those cram classes? And who has it been that's been here supporting you this whole time through all of it? We all know it's been Dad who's been there supporting me and helping me get through all my classes and exams. He's the one that works in the research department within that university, so it has to be him. He's from a very amazing college himself, as well as has the brains of a scientist, so I know he's been the one. You don't feel that I could have been the one that helped you through all of that? I'm the one that's been working a lot through my career to support both you and your father, June. And I've been the one paying for all the groceries in this house, along with all the bills, totaling around $2,000 a month. Haven't you realized that it's been me paying for all of that? Oh, what are you trying to say then? I'm surprised Dad ever married you when all you are is a high school graduate with little to show for it. I think he was very generous for allowing you to become a part of his family, and maybe that's why you're paying $2,000 a month. What? In other words, you working your butt off to pay the bills does not matter to me because you're just paying Dad back for what he's had to sacrifice by marrying you. And you are a high school graduate, so whatever work you do is probably way too simple and requires no thinking. So compared to what you do for this family, Dad's job is way more difficult and amazing. He's a researcher for a university, so the money he makes must be at least 10 times what you bring in. Excuse me? Listen, June. Have you really thought of me, your mother, like that this whole time? It's not that I've always been thinking that. Rather, it's all just facts. You are the number one idiot in the house and have little to show for after you got out of high school. So I have something to say to a mother like you. And what is it that you'd like to say? I would like for you to get the hell out of this house. I'm about to become a Harvard student in the next few months, and having a high school graduate like you in this house is just embarrassing. So while Dad and I are out celebrating me graduating high school and getting into Harvard, you can stay home packing your things and getting out of here. Huh? So I'm the embarrassing one. And what do you mean, get out of the house? What are you talking about, June? I spoke with Dad about this already, but he says when I start to go to Harvard, things are going to get a bit tougher for me. I'm going to have to start learning a lot of new things, and I'll need the right environment to study in full time. But if there's a huge idiot in the house with me, that environment, which I'm supposed to study in, is going to fall apart. So that's why I'd like for you to get out of this house. This is not the kind of thing I'd like to be hearing from you right now, June. What kind of reasoning is that for you wanting your mother to leave her house? I'm sorry, Mom, but Dad agrees with me 100%. He said in order to help me graduate from Harvard, he's willing to divorce you. What did you just say? Us intelligent folk only do our best when surrounded by others that are just as intelligent as us. But if there's someone of mass stupidity amongst us, then the intelligence in the whole family begins to break down. And Dad does not want me turning into an idiot like you. What? Has your father really said things like that about me? Has he really gone and called me an idiot like that? He has. That's why you need to hurry up and get out of this house. There's no need for a mother in this house that is less intelligent than her own daughter. Having a parent that's ever only graduated from high school is super embarrassing. Are you really okay with that? I have Dad here to support me, so I'm totally okay with you going. Even without my stupid mother here in this house, I still have an admirable father that'll make sure to meet all my needs. We won't even ask you to pay for my college or for me to be fed or dressed in this house, so get lost already. Well then, I'll take you up on that wish of yours and leave this house. I'll fill out the divorce papers before I leave, so all Dad has to do is sign them.
Thank you so much for filling out and leaving the divorce paperwork here for me yesterday. Just a second ago, I handed them all into the city office.
Well, that's a wrap then. From now on, you and I are divorced.
That's right, and we have no more use for you. I'll make sure to raise June properly from now on, so you won't have to worry about what's happening with her.
But will you be able to manage that? Up until now, you forced me to do everything around that house, as well as raise her while you've stayed out. And without me, there would be nobody there to pay for the house and your guys' food, so how do you plan to carry on now?
Huh?
Well, I'm telling the truth, right? I do think it's pretty great that you're working in that lab at the university in town doing research. But even if you're working there with a master's degree in your field, you aren't making nearly that much. And when it comes to what you are making, you're putting most of that back into your research, right? That's the whole reason why you've had me be the one to use my earnings up to support the household. If it wasn't for all the extra work I've put in, I'd never have any savings to work with right now.
Well, don't worry about that because there's been a major change for me as well. I have just been contacted by a company overseas that is willing to hire me to go work for them.
What? You got an offer from an overseas company to go out and work for them? That right there is an absolutely amazing thing for you, right?
With where I'll be going, it's expected that I'll be making around $500,000 a year doing my research for them. And depending on the outcome of my research, I can expect to be getting close to $1 million in bonuses.
You'll be able to make that kind of money?
That's what you can expect from an overseas company willing to hire an American to go work for them. Unlike the universities and companies here, they are willing to pay a pretty penny for an American researcher with my background. I'll be able to continue the work I love while making massive amounts of money per year.
I see. You asked for a divorce because you've been offered such a great job promising lots of money. I was only ever useful to you because I was able to pay for whatever you couldn't afford, which was mostly everything.
Right now, I'm considered a top researcher in my field who is about to go global. And I should not have to continue to be married to a high school graduate like you any longer. You would only bring shame to my image. When I'm overseas, I'm going to be invited to all sorts of dinners with other elite people. And I can't be bringing a woman like you along with me.
So even you like to call me an embarrassment, huh? Not even a single thanks has come out of your mouth after all I've given for you and June. Instead, constantly looking down on me for never graduating from any higher level of education.
Man, I cannot believe I came out on top being offered to work for such an elite company. And not just by any elite company, but a company called Greenberg that specializes in all kinds of technology.
Greenberg?
Oh, even a high school graduate like you knows the name of this company. Thanks to the research I'll be able to do for their company, the stock prices are bound to go up for the company. I'd recommend buying all you can of this company's stock so that you will also have some money in the future.
Hold on a second. Isn't this all a bit strange to you? I've read about how that company is no longer planning to work with researchers from your department anymore.
Huh? They don't?
As your wife, I've always kept up on the news regarding your job and companies relating to it. And I think I read about this on one of the foreign news web pages. From what I read regarding Greenberg, they're starting to slow down any research that has to do with what you specialize in.
No way a high school graduate that's ever been to college could actually understand foreign news well enough to get that from it. I think you have a big misunderstanding is all. Why would a company like Greenberg be asking me to work for them if they don't plan to do any research in my field of expertise?
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Jeremy. These days, you can use translating apps to translate all sorts of web pages so that you can fully understand them. I think before you take their offer, you should look into their company a bit more. And maybe take one more look at the offer they sent you as well.
Shut up already. I'm not going to listen to the woman I just divorced talk about my work like she knows a dang thing about it. I'm sure you're just trying to get me to reject the offer now because I'll be making a whole lot of money with it. Well, no matter how hard you try, I'm not going to turn that company down.
Really? I'm not saying all of this because you have a chance to make a lot of money.
Well, you can stop with all this mundane crap that you keep spewing at me now, right? I'm going to accept this generous offer and then go work for a company that's willing to pay me properly for my work. I would no longer need your help anymore either, Sally.
I even tried to warn you about all of this, but I don't know how else to help you now. You run along and don't worry about your ex-wife anymore and go do whatever pleases you. But if you come to regret your decision later on, don't come crawling back to me crying.
You think I'll come crawling back to you? You are nothing more than a brainless woman who offers no further use to my family. You're the one that better stay away from us when you come to regret never ever getting a proper education.
Now that I think about it, I'd like you to start sending me money again and paying for me to go to Harvard. By the end of this week, I'd like you to put around $10,000 into Dad's bank account for me. Shouldn't that dad of yours that you brag about so much be able to pay for you to stay in school? He should be able to, but so far he's still not been paid by the company he's working for at the moment. Seems he accidentally signed that contract, not realizing that he'd only get paid at the end of each year working in that company. He'll be making $500,000 by the end of the year, but for right now he doesn't have the money to pay for me. What? He only gets paid once a year? Apparently the company he works for now doesn't pay the same way companies in the US do. But unfortunately, that's not a good enough reason for Harvard, and they want me to pay for schooling by the end of this month. So for the time being, I'll have you pay for me to go to school. We'll make sure to pay you back later on after Dad gets his money. I can't believe this. I thought even Jeremy would have been able to see past that offer he was given. I suppose that he hasn't told you the truth yet about his work then? Huh? The truth? Well, it's not just him though, but you as well, June. You and your dad both fell for that crap even though you both claimed to be so intelligent. When really the two of you are straight up clowns. Huh? Who the hell are you calling a clown? And what are you talking about with Dad not seeing past that offer? I'm talking about how your dad, that you brag so much about, is a massive idiot. Right now, he's not working for a company overseas. And that's why he'll not be getting an income of $500,000. Which means you both can expect nothing by the end of the year. Huh? Really, he's been played as a fool with that offer. And this whole thing about him getting any sort of money at the end of the year is a lie he's made up to fool you too. And another thing, no matter what kind of situation you end up in down the road, I'm not planning on paying for you to go to school. Now go off and talk with your dad about his current situation and make sure to pay your school by whatever deadline they've given you. Wait a moment. What do you mean Dad isn't working for a company overseas right now? There's no way he'd turn down an offer like that promising huge amounts of money. To tell you the truth, there never was an offer like that, June. Just as I had thought, your dad has been played a fool by some kind of random email. Huh? What do you mean random email? I'm sure that your dad did happen to get an email from an overseas company with some kind of offer in it. But I think the company that sent him that offer made a mistake and sent it to the wrong person who ended up being your dad. They had another researcher in mind, but ended up sending the offer to your dad by mistake. What? I know about all of this because I'd been the wife of your dad for so many years. I kept my eyes and ears open in the communities he works in, and that's why I know more than you guys would think about him. If you want evidence as to why that offer wasn't for him, your dad is still in the US, right? He should have been relocated to France had he accepted the offer and been hired. Now that you mention it, Dad is still in the US. But he's always telling me that he's busy getting ready to leave to go to the new company. And there was a day he came home and was packing a lot of his things, so... Wait, could this mean that right now Dad doesn't have a job? Well, you'll have to ask your dad about that if you want an answer. Now, since you know more about the truth, I'll be going. Good luck getting the money you need to stay in school.
You've really done it now, telling June the truth about me. Why have you done this to me?
You're the one to blame for continuing to live a lie like that in front of her. Anyway, what are you going to do about paying for June to stay in school? I hear that she needs $10,000 for this month, but I doubt you have that kind of money just laying around, right? I received pretty much everything that was in our savings in the divorce, so there's got to be nothing in there.
Yeah, that's right. I don't have anything in savings at the moment. And that's why things regarding her schooling and living costs are getting pretty tight, especially since I was fired from my job.
You were fired from your lab?
When I got that email with the offer regarding the job overseas, I jumped on it and turned in my letter of resignation. But right after doing that, I realized that the offer wasn't meant for me. I tried to get the university to throw that resignation letter away, but it was too late for me and they said no. I learned that the university had been planning to get rid of me for a while now, and that was the perfect chance for them.
Oh my, that's a bummer for you then. So then you really are unemployed right now.
Even if I don't have a job right now, I'm a researcher. I'm sure that someday soon the research that I do will change this world in some way for the better. But it's screwed up that that university and this world don't see how important my work is yet.
That's right. You've sacrificed more than anyone for your research and everything it relates to. And so I'll be waiting for the day that all you've sacrificed is put to good use and changes this world. But you ended up throwing out the one person that funded your research in any way, and I wonder if anyone else will be willing to listen to what you have to say.
Huh?
Your research is important, but you also have to find someone willing to actually fund it for you. But for some reason, you've only ever cared about your research and not about those who put their money into it for you. Always talking about those that don't support you as idiots. And that those that do not understand the importance of your work as inferior. If you keep thinking about those that fund you or consider funding you like that, then you're going to get nowhere with your research.
Huh? How does someone like you know anything about the type of work I do?
I know everything about the work you do, Jeremy. I'm the one that translated a lot of your papers for those overseas to understand, as well as have held relations with different institutions that have been wanting to fund you.
Ugh.
As you sat there doing your research all day and night, you made me handle all the public relations and things regarding business. I even did all of that for you while you continued to call me an idiot for never going any further past high school. Well, you've done it now, Jeremy.
Well, that's...
Well, don't worry, because I'm thankful for what you did. Because of all that work you forced me into, I was able to work from home all the time. I was able to start working for other researchers as well, doing their translations and things like that, and have made off with this work rather well. Right now, I'm making somewhere around $80,000 a year with this kind of work, and I don't even have to leave the house.
What? You're making that much a year from home?
There are a lot of researchers and companies asking for my skills, so I don't have to worry about money. And when I was still married to you, most of what I earned went to supporting you in June. But now, without you both in my life, I'm able to save up lots of money.
What?
I was a bit worried about my life after a divorce with you. But with a yearly income of around $80,000, I'm able to make ends meet.
You're lying, right? All I am is unemployed now. The man who graduated with a master's and is a researcher is currently without any work now. Why should a high school graduate like you be able to make that much?
That's because I worked my hardest to help support your research and the family. I literally sacrificed years of my life in working my job, doing all the chores and raising June just so that you could focus on your research. I even studied financing in my free time to learn how to manage the money better. And because of that, I'm able to do what I do now with a steady income and no worries.
Hey, Sally, what do you think about the two of us getting back together again? Come back here and start funding my research again.
Who the hell would want to fund your research, you dunce? If you're as intelligent as you always bragged about, then you can make up a way to bring in money and fund yourself. I never knew that you brought in that much money every year, Mom. Please, Mom, can you please start paying for me to stay in school for Dad? I'm sorry, but someone who never went anywhere after high school doesn't know how to send money to your dad for him to pay for your schooling. And you shouldn't have to ask for my money anyways, considering I'm so stupid. Please don't say things like that now, just help me. If I don't pay for my semester soon, I'm not going to be able to stay in school and will have to drop out. And then all that work I put into passing those exams will have been for nothing. I won't even be able to get into college anymore, Mom. Well, that just means you'll turn out like me as a high school graduate. Welcome to the life of us stupid people that never chose to move on to a higher education, June. I want to apologize for everything I ever said to you before, Mom. I'm so sorry for treating you like an idiot for so long. It's been all because of the money you brought into the family that Dad and I were able to study what we wanted and go where we pleased, so thank you. I want to keep saying sorry for what I've said, so please forgive me in return. Why should I forgive you? Do you realize just how much you hurt me after what you did to me recently? You were able to get accepted into Harvard after all, so you should be able to understand that, right? But, Mom! Stop asking me for help, and do what you can on your own. You also have your father that you brag so much about there with you. I'm sure two extremely intelligent people like you can make something happen. Now, you both have a good one. After that, I immediately changed both my phone number and email to avoid those two from ever talking to me again. And because of that, I've never had to hear from them again. As from what I've heard through the grapevine, June ended up never being able to pay for her first semester and had to drop out while bawling her eyes out. As of right now, she's been working multiple part-time jobs trying to save up to go to community college in the future. And as for my ex-husband, he ended up finding work as an office worker and spends his days working a job that has nothing to do with his master's degree. And on top of that, he often thinks of himself as better than everyone else because of his past as a researcher. But his boss does his best to put Jeremy right back into his place by yelling at him in front of his coworkers. As for those two's life back at home, they are only able to afford gas station meals as they try to save for their future. But of course, that way of life that they've chosen has nothing to do with me. In my case, I've been able to find a nice apartment where I can spend my days working at home and enjoying the money I bring home. I'm able to keep all the money I earn for myself while enjoying the work that I do, which makes me very thankful for what those two did to me not too long ago.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Yo, what gives, Shelly? Where are you right now? I need to talk to you. I just got home from work. I'm tired. I'm hungry. There's a problem, though. You didn't make me any dinner. Are you off somewhere screwing around with your friends or something? You'd better not be.
There you are, Rick. I was trying to get a hold of you. Didn't you see any of my texts? While I was walking downtown doing a bit of shopping this afternoon, I got hit by a car.
You what? Are you kidding me?
Trust me, Rick, I wish I was. I got hit pretty hard, so they had to call an ambulance for me. I'm at the hospital off Center Avenue right now.
Oh, yeah, I saw that text. The cops even called me. They were all like, excuse me, sir, but your wife was in a car accident. And I was like, yeah, I know. Why did you bother me while I'm at work to tell me what I already know? Such a waste of time. So yeah, what's a big deal? Why are you still at the hospital? There's no reason to keep you there for some stupid little car accident.
Excuse me?
Say you bumped into a car or something. Boo-hoo, poor you. That's no excuse for you to be laying around in the hospital. Get back here right now. Your husband is hungry and wants to eat, and it's your job to feed him. So get back to work. Tell the doctors you want to go home and get back here pronto.
Are you out of your mind? I can't just go home like this. First of all, I did not bump into the car. The car ran into me while I was crossing the road. While the pedestrian light was green, may I add. They did x-rays on me, and they're telling me I have fractures in both of my legs. I was seriously hurt.
What?
There's no way I can leave the hospital right now. They still need to keep me for a while for observation. And even after that, I'm still going to be here for at least a few days until my legs look like they're on the mend.
So then who's gonna cook my dinner for me while you're relaxing on your backside in that hospital bed, huh? Can you tell me that? I need my shirts ironed too. I'm down to my last one and it's only Wednesday. I can't go to work with a wrinkly shirt on Friday. And the cooking and laundry are just the start of the things you need to do tonight. Who's gonna do it if you don't?
I mean, cooking and laundry, can't you just, do that yourself? It's not like I can do it while I'm laid up in this bed.
I don't believe you. When did you become such a lazy old maid? You're really gonna tell your husband who just got back from a long and hard day at the office to do chores? Get real!
Rick.
I don't give two flips if your legs are broken. Haven't you ever heard of a wheelchair? They gotta have some of those at the hospital. You can borrow one of theirs and wheel yourself back over here. So like I said, call the doctor and tell him you need to go home and take care of your husband.
You have got to be kidding me. I have 2 broken legs and you're still gonna tell me to come home and do the housework?
Just grit your teeth and walk it off. You've got work to do. I am your husband, and as your husband, I demand that you come home immediately and do as I say.
This is unreal. You haven't yet expressed a single ounce of concern for me, your wife, who was hit by a car this afternoon so hard that both of her legs are broken. But not just that, you're telling me to get a wheelchair and wheel myself home to do chores for you?
Is my concern gonna get my dinner cooked or my shirts ironed? No, you need to do that stuff. The only thing I'm concerned about right now is not dying of starvation.
Come on, Rick, really?
Honestly, you deserve to get hit by that car for the way you've been acting lately. It's about time karma came back to bite you, you spoiled brat.
I don't believe what I'm hearing.
Yeah, well, it's the truth. You've been acting like a spoiled little brat, Shelley. You're always like, I need more money for groceries. You need to do more chores. Tell me, Shelley, who's the housewife in this family? Is it me? It's you! That's why you got hit by that car, because you don't know your place.
I'm a spoiled brat for asking you for money to buy food and to maybe, wash a plate or two every once in a while? You know how bad inflation is these days. Money doesn't go as far as it used to anymore. $500 for a month just isn't enough. I'm not asking for much, just an extra 100 or so.
And who is it that earns that extra $100, Shelley? Huh? Is it you? Is it Bella? No, it's me. I'm the one who pays for everything around here. It's your job to make my money go as far as possible.
I'm already making it go as far as it possibly can, Rick. I can't make it go any further than this. It's just not possible.
Don't you dare talk back to me.
How about you try going shopping one of these days, huh? Do you think you can pay for a month's worth of food with just $500? I'd like to see you try. And as for chores, I am literally, physically incapable of doing that stuff right now. My legs are broken. I wanted you to help me with the chores in order to help you get more used to them in the event something like this were to happen.
You are the housewife. It's your job to make sure that no matter what happens, I don't have to do any chores. That includes making sure you don't get sick or injured. And now you go and get yourself hit by a car? You're so useless. A useless wife like you doesn't deserve any of my hard-earned money. You know what? You can pay for your hospital stay out of your own pocket. I'm not paying a dime.
What? How am I supposed to pay for this?
You had that savings account from back before we got married, right? Use that money. You're not getting one single solitary cent out of me.
But, Rick, I have barely any money left in that account.
That's it. I'm sick of this pointless conversation. I'm gonna go out and buy myself something to eat. You just focus on getting back home as soon as possible, got it? I'm not gonna let you slack off on your chores just because you got in some stupid car accident.
Hey, Mom. Sorry I didn't get your calls yesterday. I went straight to my job after my classes got finished. And then I went out drinking with the girls I work with after that. We had a blast. I just got home a bit ago. So, you, got in a car accident or something? That's crazy. Bella, you were out all night drinking and you never even looked at your phone once? Ugh. Well, we can talk about that later. Could you come by the hospital I'm staying in right now? I need you to bring me some clean clothes. And I'm going to be here for a while, so bring at least several days' worth, please. Huh? Sorry, Mom. No can do. Me and Dad are at the airport. Our flight is boarding soon. What? Airport? Can you maybe, ask a nurse to get you some clothes, I guess? Anyway, neither of us can do it, so you're gonna have to find someone else who can. Where on earth are you going, Bella? And wait, did you say you and Dad? You're going somewhere with Dad by plane? Yeah, I am super stoked. We're going on a trip to Hawaii together. This is the best day of my life, for real. Out all night drinking, then hop on a flight to Hawaii. How awesome is that? I am so stoked. You two are going to Hawaii? But why? You chose today of all days to suddenly decide to take a trip to Hawaii? Well, duh. With you laid up in the hospital, this was our only chance to go and have some fun without you. Plus, without you at home, who's gonna do all our cooking and cleaning? I'm not doing it. This is too much to handle. And, we were thinking about maybe hiring a maid. But what's the point in doing that? It would cost a bunch of money for someone to do what you do for free. Plus, I don't want some stranger looking at my underwear and stuff. Yuck. That's when Dad got the idea to go on vacation. We thought we could spend just a little bit more than that and actually be able to enjoy ourselves if we go on a trip, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna have a ton of fun with just the two of us. Oh, I am so happy for you. We won't have to cook, we can just go out to eat whenever we want. And we won't need to clean stuff. The staff at the hotel will take care of all that stuff. So, yeah, we're gonna be over here while you're in the hospital. See you in a month or so. Aren't you forgetting one thing, Bella? Me! What am I gonna do here without you two around to help out? I need you to bring me some clean clothes, do paperwork for me, take care of errands for me. There's a lot of stuff that I can't do on my own in my condition, Bella. I need you guys over here. That ain't my problem. It's not my fault you ran into a car. It's not my fault either. Yeah, it is. Seriously, Mom, how dumb do you have to be hit by a car like that? I mean, you do have eyes, don't you? It's not like cars are that hard to see. Just freaking look in front of you, you dummy. You can't talk to me like that. I am your mother. Oh, and one more thing. Do you know how long you're gonna be in there? It's been a day already. Did you ask the doctor when you can go home? Well, from the sound of things, I'm going to be in here for about a month or so. After that, they'll look at how my legs are healing and make the determination of when they're going to discharge me. Awesome! That means I'm going to be able to spend almost my whole summer break in Hawaii. Yes! This is going to be the best vacation ever. Oh, thanks for getting hit by that car, Mom. You're the best. You're thanking me? Just what do you and your father think of me anyway? I am your mother. I've been badly injured. I'm in the hospital recovering. And the two of you are thinking only of yourselves, leaving me here to fend for myself and going on a luxury vacation? What do we think of you? I don't know. A free maid service? I mean, that's about all I ever need you to do, I guess. Wow. Oh, they're calling our ticket group to board the plane. Gotta go, Mom. Don't worry, we'll have enough fun for all three of us while we're here. We'll get you a nice souvenir. Do you want a t-shirt or something? I don't need anything from either of you. Go and enjoy yourselves. Do whatever you want. Just don't expect to see me again when you come back. Uh-oh, somebody's grumpy. Don't you have a button to push that pumps you full of painkillers? Smash that thing. You could use a chill pill right about now. After all I've done for you two. All the cooking and cleaning, the constant belittlement and insults. I have been nothing but the best mother I could be to you since the day you were born. And this is how you repay me? By seeing me as nothing but your maid? Well, I'm done. I don't need to spend one more day taking care of a family who will abandon me in my time of need. Really, Mom? You're such a buzzkill. I'm about to go on a super awesome vacation, and you're gonna go and get all on my case like that? Lame. I'm gonna put away my phone now. Talking to you is boring. Don't contact me again until you know you're getting out of the hospital. Got it? I'll do you one better. I'll never contact you again for as long as I live. I hope you enjoy your little vacation with your father, Bella. Goodbye. Answer the phone, Mom. What are you doing over there? What am I doing? Sitting in my hospital bed. What are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be having fun in Hawaii with your father? I can't have fun at a time like this. Things got super duper messed up over here. Dad got in a car accident, like a really, really bad one. What? He did? So, we were driving around the town in the car we rented, and I don't know, we drove by the beach, and there was this big group of girls playing volleyball, and, Dad was watching them, and then he ended up driving the car right into a massive telephone pole. My, isn't that terrible luck for the two of you? Must have ruined your fun. Well, are you hurt? I'm mostly fine. I just have some scrapes and bruises and stuff. But Dad's another story. He got taken to the emergency room in an ambulance. He hit his head really hard. He's still in a coma. Whoa, a coma? You need to get over here, right away. I have no idea what to do. We were supposed to be having fun on our vacation, and now this happened? I'm, so confused. What are we gonna do if Dad never wakes up? I can't handle this all on my own, Mom. I need you here with me. Did you just completely forget that I am also still in the hospital? You're gonna have to take care of everything by yourself, Bella. You said you were fine. You shouldn't have any trouble doing whatever needs to be done. No way! I really need your help! They won't accept our insurance over here. They said we're gonna have to pay the whole balance of the bill in cash. But I don't have that kind of money, and Dad's wallet got thrown out of the car into the water during the crash. We lost all of his cash, credit cards, ID, everything. Mom, please, I really, really need you here. Calm down, Bella. I'm sure you can work something out if you just talk to someone at the hospital. Oh, I know what we can do. You can get yourself transferred to the same hospital Dad is in. That way you'd be able to do everything for me, right? Are you serious? I'm super serious. Dad's still in a coma. And we can't transfer him to where you are until he wakes up, but your legs are still broken or whatever, right? Can't you get yourself transferred over here? It would be like a vacation for you, too. Oh my word, you are serious. You can't expect me to transfer myself out to Hawaii in my condition. But you have to. Dad's in trouble. And you're his wife, right? It's your job to come and help out your husband. I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't have a husband. What? I submitted our divorce papers to the county courthouse a little while ago. So Rick is no longer my husband, and you're no longer my daughter. You're just like any other random person out there to me. I'm not about to fly myself over to Hawaii with 2 broken legs to see some random man and his daughter in the hospital. Wait, Mom, what are you saying? You submitted divorce papers to the courthouse? Does that mean you divorced Dad? Are you serious? That's exactly what I'm saying, Bella. Your father and I are officially divorced. I took care of all the arrangements right after the 2 of you got on your flight to Hawaii. I told you, didn't I? I told you, don't expect to see me again when you come back. I can't believe this. How could you do this to us? You can't just go and divorce your husband whenever you feel like it. He has to consent to it. I'm a college student, Mom. I understand that much. I'm very aware of that too, Bella. And it just so happens that your father signed the divorce papers I submitted, so they're completely valid. I already had his consent. Huh? But I don't get it. Why would Dad sign those? He handed me these himself a while back, actually. We had just gotten into a fight over him not giving me enough money to pay for living expenses. He got so mad that he went and got those divorce papers put together and even signed them. He was trying to force me into compliance by threatening to leave me. He did? He had me dead to rights. I was a housewife at the time. I didn't have the kind of money I'd need to fight a drawn-out divorce battle with him, so I had no choice but to do what he said. But I never threw those papers away. I kept them. And now that the timing seemed right, I used them. Well, okay, I guess that much is fair. But seriously, it's still really messed up what you're doing, Mom. You waited until your husband was in a super bad car accident to divorce him? Like, what is wrong with you? No, that accident had nothing to do with it. I submitted them 1 week ago today. I made a special request to the hospital and they let me check myself out for just 1 day, which I used to go to the courthouse. So, you're really not gonna come over here? Don't you care that Dad's in a coma? Nope, he's not my husband anymore. Why should I care? You certainly have my sympathy for being in such a terrible accident, but he's not my problem anymore. He's yours. But I can't handle all of this. It's too much. I need you to help me, and you're gonna do it one way or another. I'll just have to convince the hospital to send Dad to where you are. What? You're at the hospital closest to our house, right? I know where that is, and I'm gonna have Dad transferred there right away. I hate to break it to you, Bella, but I've already been transferred to a different hospital. You what? Your father and I were divorced, so I was free to go wherever I pleased. I had no intentions of ever going back to live with the 2 of you, so I transferred myself to a hospital close to my parents. I've got plenty of family and friends out here to take care of me. You are so selfish. Can't you think of anybody but yourself? Tell me what hospital you're at right now. I mean it. I'm gonna send Dad over there as soon as possible. Did you really think I was going to tell you? Sorry, Bella, but you're gonna have to take care of your father by yourself. Mom, please. You were already gonna spend the month over there anyway, right? Your classes are on summer break, so you shouldn't have any problem taking care of him at all. After all, you're the only family he has left. But I can't do this alone. I'll never be able to take care of him by myself. I'm begging you, Mom, don't abandon us. Sorry, gotta go. It's time for my physical therapy. Goodbye, Bella. Good luck.
I hope you're proud of yourself, Shelley. How dare you divorce me? You dumb, selfish broad, what's wrong with you?
Ah, I see you're awake and just as pleasant as ever. Welcome back to the world of the living. Did you have a nice nap?
Oh, shut up. I don't have time for your immature jokes right now. You didn't even show 1 ounce of concern when you heard that your husband was in a coma. You're a terrible person and an even worse wife.
I don't want to hear that from someone who up and flew off to Hawaii while his wife was in the hospital. I'd say all I did was give you a taste of your own medicine.
Shut up. I was right about you. You're just a spoiled brat. Divorcing me while I was in a coma. But I can be the bigger person here. I'll forgive you for acting the way you did. Once I get back over there, we can just get remarried.
Excuse me?
I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, but on one condition. You need to do some work for me. You might have broken your legs, but your arms still work fine, right? You can use a computer with no problem.
Hold it right there. You want me to do your job for you?
I'd say it's a pretty good bargain for you. You know you need me. Without my money, what are you gonna do to get by? I took this month off in advance, but I told my company that it was family leave to take care of you in the hospital. So I can't let them find out that I'm in a hospital in Hawaii.
Oh, no.
It's the worst possible timing, too. There's a big problem going on at my company right now. They told me that they'll let me work from home, but there's some stuff they need me to do while I'm off. Obviously, I'm in no condition to be doing it myself right now. I'm at my limits just sending you these text messages. My vision is still foggy and the room constantly feels like it's spinning around me.
Rick, tell me you're joking. You lied to your company, took family leave in order to take care of me, and then flew off to Hawaii without telling them?
That's none of your concern. Just do what you're told and keep your mouth shut. Got it? I'm gonna send you some documents my company sent me. You need to take those and follow the instructions that should be written at the top of the first page. It's not like you got anything better to do, right? Remember, all you gotta do is a little bit of work and I'll wipe the slate clean. I'll let you be my housewife again.
I neither need nor want your forgiveness. And besides, your company already knows that you lied to them.
What? What do you mean my company knows? There's no way they'd know about this. I never told them anything.
You are way too late to try and cover your tracks. The car rental company sent the invoice for your car to your office. They know everything, Rick. They know you lied about why you were taking time off. They know you're in Hawaii. They know you rented a fancy car and have been living it up all while on the clock.
No! But how?
The car rental company contacted me a little while ago. They said they wanted to discuss the cost of the repairs for the car you wrecked. Apparently Bella told them to talk to me about it because she couldn't handle it, so since we were already divorced at that time, I explained the situation. I told them that if they wanted to recover the cost of the repair, the best thing for them to do would be to send the bill to your office.
You idiot! What were you thinking? Why did you tell them to bill my company?
What else was I supposed to do? They said they wanted to get the money for the repairs as soon as possible. They're a business. And with that car out of commission, they couldn't rent it to anyone else.
And so what? That's no reason to blab about it to my company. There were a million other ways to take care of this without telling them. You could have given them my credit card number, bank account, anything. You could have just written them a check.
Sure, I knew your credit card and bank account numbers, but it just didn't feel right disclosing the personal information of one third party to another third party without their consent. I thought the best thing would be for your company to take the cost of repairs out of your salary in installments.
This can't be happening. It wasn't supposed to turn out this way. I thought I'd get away with it for sure. So you're serious? My company knows about everything?
I am dead serious, Rick. So you should give up any hope of being able to cover up what you did. Like I said, they know about your vacation, they know about the car, they know about your accident. So it wouldn't do any good to have me do your work for you. It's already over for you.
No! No way!
And with that, it's time for us to say our final goodbyes. I hope you have a swift recovery, Rick. Oh, and try to enjoy the view of the lovely scenery out of your window because you're not going to be able to go and see it in person anymore. Like I told Rick, his company already knew about what Rick was really doing during his family leave. And once HR got wind of it, they immediately rescinded his leave approval. Since he'd already taken time off, though, they docked him days of paid leave to make up for it. Obviously, he didn't have enough days of paid leave to cover the whole time he'd been AWOL, so any additional days were docked from his pay. Since he wasn't going to be making any money until he got out of the hospital, he naturally wanted to be discharged as soon as possible. The hospital, however, told him that he'd need to stay there for at least a month before it was safe for him to fly. Before too long, word spread around his company that he had abandoned his hospitalized wife and gone on vacation without her. That obviously had a rather marked negative impact on his reputation around the office. I don't think he had many friends around there before, but now he definitely is no Mr. Popular. I doubt he's going to be in for a very good time once he finally walks back into the office in a month or so. Come to think of it, he probably shouldn't bet the farm on even having a job there for too much longer. As for Bella, she wasn't able to do any shopping or sightseeing for the rest of her vacation. She was stuck waiting on her dad in the hospital the whole time. While the two of them were enjoying their less-than-ideal Hawaiian vacation, I was hard at work. I contacted an old friend of mine who ran a moving company and had him get all my personal belongings out of my old house. Also, I had another old friend of mine who's a lawyer take care of the property division. Finally, I had yet another friend of mine who works in real estate find me a cheap apartment to live in once I got out of the hospital. It won't be long before my legs will be fully healed, and then I'll finally be able to enjoy my new, single, child-free lifestyle. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.